thought I'd try something new. Well, I don't know, homily and coffee, something like that. But yeah, it's coffee time. So I was thinking today about Jesus again, and how he is... Coffee. There's two things here I think that tie together. We have Jesus telling us that all authority has been granted on heaven and earth to him, and that he imparts that authority onto those who follow him in some kind of sense. We don't really understand how exactly. And the question is, like, what do we do with this? You see a lot of people that want to use that authority to mandate a specific way of living on everyone. They want to force people to follow their understanding and interpretation of things. And yet when I look at the rest of the Gospels, and I look at the rest of how Jesus presents himself to us, what I see is someone who actually would probably use that authority for liberation, for freedom. He responds regularly with grace, understanding things like consent. We have the rich young ruler that Jesus, you get the sense he longed for that person to be a follower, to follow after him, and yet he turned away, and Jesus let him. So we have again and again throughout the stories and the teachings and the sayings of Jesus that passed down to us through 2,000 years, the things that were important enough to tell us, paint this picture that, like, the authority that we're given, the authority that we have as believers in Christ, is for grace. It's for love, it's for compassion. And we see in the fruit of the Spirit the posture that we're all invited into, the posture that we ought to live our lives out of. And that's not a posture of domineering. It's not a posture of imposement, not imposing ourselves on others, but a posture of invitation into the presence of God, who we see most clearly in the person of Jesus and his acts. For Jesus said, if you want to see the Father, you've seen him in me, for I and the Father am one. So how do we do that? How do we invite people into a way of living if we are either going to say, hey, read these things, follow these rules, do X, Y, Z, and then you will love God? Or do we simply fall into love that is divine, that is eternal, and that is waiting for us? And that I would love for you to think about today. And my coffee is done. And I don't know if I'll keep doing these, but if you like them, I can do them. They're pretty simple. And I make coffee every day, multiple times. So blessings to you.